What is going on, everyone? Riddict here, and welcome to Off the Shelf Airguns. Today we're continuing our less lethal series by taking a look at the Byrna LE. And that is what we have here today, folks. This is the Byrna LE. Alright. Magazine, 5 rounds. You can get different style, you can get different magazines for this. But the kit that I got came with 2 of 5-round magazines, okay? This is 68 caliber. Safety right here. It is ambidextrous, okay? CO2 goes in here. Now this one takes the regular size 12 gram. I know there's a Byrna model below this that takes the smaller CO2s, okay? But this one takes the standard 12 gram, all right? And your magazine is your tool. So on the end of the magazine, that is where your tool is at, right here. Simply goes on here, like this, and you tighten down the cap like so. Now with these Byrnas, the first shot is what pierces the CO2. So when you pull the trigger, it's gonna be a little tougher on that first shot, so keep that in mind. Now, as far as home defense goes, I personally advocate for owning a firearm. However, I am a realist, and I understand that there's people out there that can't own a firearm, don't want to own a firearm, they don't want the thought of killing somebody on their mind. Things like this, there's people all around the world in different countries that don't allow you to own firearms, but they do allow you to own something like this, and that's why we're taking a look at it, okay? We're going to see what it does through a few little tests I got here, and several more videos to come where I plan on putting this through the ringer. So, let's get started. All right, we are going to start things off with the Kinetic rounds. That's what I have here. Start things off with these to do a little patinging. That's what we're going to do. It's an air gun at the end of the day, folks, you know. They call them launchers, but let's be real. It's an air gun. All right, we are here ready to do some pating. See how this bad boy patings. If it does. Guess we're going to find out. Oh, there we go. That was a solid pating. You notice the first shot was a little weak. That's because that's when you're piercing the CO2. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. If you're going to shoot this, you better get off 2 shots pretty quick, because the first shot's not going to be worth a whole lot. Whoop. That's it. All right. Well, it patings, and that's really all that matters to me, personally. But let's move on to the next thing. All right, we're all loaded up with the Kinetic rounds that we just used to do some patinging with. And we have Ballistics Dummy Lab head out there. And we'll know if we make any kind of devastating blow, because it'll start to bleed blue. All right? So, let's go ahead and see what happens here. I'm not really expecting a whole lot, but we'll see. We are at just under 10 yards here. We're about 8 yards, I'd say, maybe a little more than that from my current position. I moved up a hair from where I was at last time I did a video, simply because I think 10 yards is the absolute max effective range for these, because they really start flying all over the place. So here we go. Okay. Oh, well, that there could have put an eye out, honey. Yeah, I know, I made a Billy. There was a little Billy appearance there. Don't get excited. And that's it. Well, you guys saw what it looked like on the camera. It looked like it would hurt, but I don't think we made any real damage. I don't think anything stuck in there. So let's move on. Next up, we will be using the Eco Kinetic rounds. So these ones are biodegradable, and I think they may, you know, explode on impact. We'll see. All right, here we go. Eco Kinetic rounds. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh, I missed that one. And that's that. Did it really do anything? I have no idea. I got one more type of ammo left to try, so let's do it. All right, last and certainly not least, we have the powder rounds. Now I know A lot of you were hoping I was going to test the pepper rounds, but that ain't going to happen. I don't feel like peppering myself. It would be just no good, no good. But I got the powder rounds so that we can at least see, get an idea of how that pepper would flow in the air. Well, let's do it. All right, we're ready to rock and roll here. Got our powder rounds ready to go. All right, new CO2, so we're gonna have to, we'll be a weaker shot at first here. Oh, that was nice. What the heck, the first one blew up. There we go. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. If that was the pepper rounds, he'd be done for. There we go. I got one more. Let's do one more. All right, one more mag of the powder rounds. There we go. Yeah, man, if these were pepper rounds and you shot off 5 of them in their face, it's gonna put them down for a minute. Say the least. That one didn't break. Did it? Huh! That's funny. Well, there you go. Quite frankly, if you had the pepper rounds and you were blasting them in the face with it, I think that's going to put most people down. All right, so there you go. All right, so let's take a close-up look here at our dummy, because the Byrna definitely did more damage than the Umarex T4E, so that's why I didn't do a close-up when we did that one. But we do have a flesh wound here. We broke his nose. Broke his nose, no problem. Look, the nose is coming out. Oh! Oh my goodness. Powder round was stuck in there. Look at that. And it's still stuck in there. Still stuck in there. Look at that. That is funny. No, we'll leave it like that. That's fine. Broke his nose though with the powder round. With a powder round. Broke his freaking nose. Crazy. So there you have it. The Byrna LE. I have a lot of other tests I plan on doing with this bad boy, so you want to make sure you're subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Anytime I upload more videos, you will be notified. Hopefully, YouTube's weird. And yeah, you're going to want to stay tuned. Got a lot more to come with this bad boy, as well as many others. The Byrna LE. This, so far, takes the lead as far as packs a punch. I don't know that it's moving much faster than the T4E Umarex, but it's definitely packing more of a punch, okay? I am noticing that. So maybe it's releasing more gas at once, who knows, but either way, this thing broke Ballistic Dummy Lab's nose, so, with a powder round. So there you have it, man. Very, very interesting stuff. With that said, I will catch you all down the road.